there are situations when you have relationships with certain people, right? And you know that these people are at certain levels and so forth. You have to be careful about who you associate with and who you work with based on this other relationship. You and I have had conversations about certain things based on relationships that I have chosen to navigate certain types of ways based on my relationship with you and 50 Cent and so forth. And you have to just navigate very, very carefully, because once people think that you're doing things that are counterproductive to the relationship, that relationship will be over by that person. And then it's hard to rebuild that. Sometimes it's impossible to rebuild that, right? Especially with certain people who, like 50, I feel, holds grudges. And that's okay. Everyone's different, right? When you're dealing with someone that you know is going to hold grudges, you have to navigate with that person a certain type of way. So you have to make decisions that are long-term instead of short-term. So I feel that in these situations, people don't look at long-term ramifications of relationships, and that's why relationships end up falling apart in the long term. With you, I feel like when you've dealt with 50, you've always looked long-term. You've never made short-term decisions.
Right.
You're like, this is my man, and I am here, and yeah, right now things are a little rocky, but who cares? I am looking 10, 20 years in the future where all this doesn't matter, which is why you are where you are, and why other people, like for example, like a Young Buck, I feel like Young Buck made a bunch of short-term decisions, which ultimately messed up a long-term relationship with 50.
Yeah, because what for me is, you could make millions of dollars in this business, but it's to me it's $1 billion in experiences. And the reason why I say that is, like, the thing is with Banks and 50 is, I remember, you know, doing our first shows. I remember doing Speed, and I think it was Mr. C there. I remember it was crazy, and the mixtapes was ringing off, and motherfuckers was getting stabbed, and James Cruz was scared that day. That shit was crazy. That's what James Cruz was like, somebody got stabbed in the neck. It was like crazy, and we had the vests on. It was like, for me, them moments, or going down Jamaica Avenue and fucking the bootleggers is playing your shit, and or you just walking through the hood and niggas is fucking with your shit, and you know, or fucking hearing your first time on Hot 97, because Hot 97 was like, that was the pinnacle of being on there. Or the first time being on Flex, or the first time doing Summer Jam. You know what I mean? Like, those moments right there, just like, those, man, that's worth more than money, man. So for me, I don't get in the politics side about it. I love Banks, you know, and I love 50, you know, and for me, it's just the moments, you know, us in the studio with Eminem. Like, for me, that, you know what I'm saying? Us in the studio with Dre. Like, I tell everybody, that's like a fucking experience. Us on the fucking recording on a tour bus with Timbaland and Justin Timberlake. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the moments, man. Being around fucking Nino Brown, my man fucking, what's my man? Who's my man Nino Brown? My man Nino, Wesley Snipes. My fault, I was bugging out. You smoke some of that guy. Yo, shout to Presidente too. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Presidente. They put some shit, I got some Presidente, I know you got to deal with them too. We need to sit down and talk. Shout out to the high brand.
Presidential pre-rolls.
Yeah, presidential.
Yeah.
Yo, them pre-rolls is fire. Shout out to High. Shout out to Strain Gang. The High brand is fire. You know. Shout out to Cure Leaf too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really in the cannabis business now. So it's like, for me, I'm just happy. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lucrative business. You know, I'm learning a lot. I learned a lot from, you know, Steve LaBelle and my man Mexican Sean and Green Label and Doja and Wizardry and my man Matt in Detroit. Shout out to Lou out there. You know, like, it's worldwide. It's like gas everywhere. So for me, it's like, we used to go to jail over cannabis. So now I'm actually doing stuff I like. Like they always say in business, do what you like. You know, and for me, it's like cannabis, we used to go to jail and go to the bookings for it. And now, you know, I'm on a cannabis tour now, which is way better than doing clubs. You know, a club might say, oh, we got $7-8 grand to or $6 grand, $7 grand to do a walkthrough, whatever it may be, whatever the number, it could be 10 grand, whatever. I'd rather take half of that, give $5 grand, and go to the dispensary with, you know, there's legal dudes that carry there. So you ain't really gotta worry anything about. There's people there that show you love, genuine fans. I had one dude come from like Boston or something. Got a Mobb Deep shirt on. Shout to Mobb, get that album if you ain't get it, man. Rest in peace, Prodigy. I just love it, man. Like this Cannabis tour, I've been making great money. And look, think about it, right? Now the government shut down, who the fucking tour? YouTube ain't shut down, Twitch ain't shut down, Instagram ain't shut down, but the government is shut down. Me and Murder went on a flight, and it was one person, like 3 people for like 100 people in the airport. It was terrible. You know, we even missed our flight. They didn't even tell us about the flight change. Missed out on money. We had a show. Was tight. You know? So for me, it's like, yo, bro, you always gotta have more than one hustle. Cause look at that. Say if you want to, imagine how much tour money is being missed right now. Imagine how much money these airlines are missing right now. But Vlad, you still making money.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't complain.
And I'm making money too. My invoice gonna be in today, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Make sure that wire hits today. I get paid more than a lot of you guys online, bro.